What's going on, everybody? This is John Jank Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course, and we are geared up and ready to go. Year number 5. We are coming in with some expectations this year. We come in as the number 22 ranked team in college football, as we also go ahead and check out what this preseason poll is going to be looking like. Texas A&M and Oklahoma, they're up there, two of the best teams in college football. They are at the very best, but hey, we start out in that top 25, and all we really need to do here is we just gotta get in that top 8, and we will get a chance to play for the national championship. So we gotta think about that. Kind of a similar rated team from last year. We're only coming in as an 84 overall, 86 offense, 83 defense, but a little bit better coaching, particularly from our offense. I do think we can go ahead, maximize the talent that we do end up having, and maybe we can make a run at a playoff spot yet again. But we will have some changes though on the defensive side of the football. Last year, as you guys may have seen in year 4 gameplay, we ended up running a 3-4 defense, but we do come in with a new defensive coordinator. So now we're running a 4-2-5, and that's going to be really interesting to see how that ends up turning out, because we may not have the depth that we necessarily need at defensive tackle, and we have way more than enough linebackers. So it's going to be interesting to see how this season goes on the defensive side of the football. Hopefully offensively we can have a little bit of a better year this time around, so that we can make sure that not only do we win more games, but maybe more blowouts, and therefore get through this season a little bit faster, man. So I hope you guys are ready for season number 5. I'm certainly am, and if you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me, hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new to the channel. We'll go ahead and jump right into it and see if we can beat who's called the Kodiaks of FCS Midwest. Let's get it in, boys, and let's see what this team is made up here in our glorified scrimmage against an FCS school. Alright, boys, so we are going to get this in, man. FCS Midwest. Been a lot of FCS action on the channel as of lately, as we left that man wide butt naked open. I hope that we don't have those types of issues. We're playing up against real opponents, man. We cannot have this type of stuff happening to us. As FCS Midwest, they actually are doing a really nice job of running the football, as Patrick Green is going to get into open space there. He's going to be able to pick up that first down. But we do at least get him to a 3rd and long, though. We should be able to get him off the field. But Jones is able to hang in that pocket. He finds an open receiver and gets it out to Jason Parker. That's going to be good for the first down. As FCS Midwest, they are taking this to us here, man. They are not scared. Clearly they came for more than just that paycheck that we may or may not have provided them for them to come play us here today, as we get Jones in the backfield, baby. Let's go, man. Nice sack. And that will finally get our defense to wake up a little bit. At least I would hope that would be the case. We do get them to yet another long 3rd down. We got to be able to hold it down. It's either touchdown or bust for this offense, as they try to run the screen here, but we read it just well enough. Able to get Patrick Green to fly around like a ragdoll there a little bit, as we do get FCS Midwest to settle for a field goal. But now our offense comes out on the field, and now Andrew Gray, he's going to have to be the vocal point of this offense, I think. A-Train Williams, he's gone. He is going to be our offensive captain for this year, but not really playing that great to start things out. Trying to get that ball out to Aaron Ford, because tight end, he was definitely wide butt naked open and just couldn't hit him. And he also won't be able to hit on this throw either. We are, again, trying to get it out to Aaron Ford, but misses again. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Gonna have to try to pick up this first down. We'll see how improved our receiving core is, as Gray will get out of the pocket here, actually. He's gonna actually throw one downfield, and Corey Ross comes down with the catch. Underthrown on purpose, and Corey Ross, he just does an excellent job of making that adjustment on the football. And now with a chance to go ahead and try to get points on the board, but we get sacked. So 3rd and 14 coming up. We go with the 5-wide set. Surely one of our receivers can get open against this FCS defense. We'll get over the middle of the field, but we're going to have to basically, essentially throw that football away. And we settle for a field goal as well. But our defense did get a free and out on the next possession. So we come back out on the field once again as Gray's going to find Aaron Ford. He breaks a tackle too. Breaks his second one. Oh, if he didn't stumble there, he had a chance to really take that the distance. He had green grass. And now we come back on the field trying to make something shake here. Trying to throw over the middle, but Johnson, he fell back into coverage and we end up getting intercepted. That's something that I want to see less of last year, as Andrew Gray threw close to 20 interceptions last season. And I'm hoping that he limits those turnovers, but for now, it leads to an extra possession for the Midwestern FCS squad. And Wilcox is going to take this Midwestern squad into field goal range, or at least on the edge of field goal range. I don't know how good this kicker is, to be honest with you guys. But a 3rd and 10. Trying to get him off the field, and Parker does end up making the catch, but not for a first down. And so FCS settles for a field goal. But guys, we might have a little upset alert on our hands, as this FCS squad is actually leading us right now. We are actually down by a field goal. So while our defense is playing just fine, we really need our offense to play just a little bit better here. We'll see if we can get that here in the second quarter, as Gray, he's going to look around. He does eventually find Aaron Ford. Offensive line did a good job providing some extra time in the pocket, and we were able to pick up a first down from it. But then a couple plays later, tried to hit the curl pattern, and I have no idea what that throw was, to be honest with you guys. That is simply not it, right? That is not the throw that you're looking for. But 3rd and 7, Aaron Ford, he gets all of his real estate to work with, and Ford makes them pay for it. They rotated a safety out late, and we waited to see what FCS adjustments they made, and that was a advantageous matchup for us. Speaking of advantageous matchups, Aaron Ford again out here, 16-yard catch, sets up a goal line situation where we're actually going to try to run with the quarterback who fumbles. But Jeff Brown, one of our offensive linemen, thankfully, he was able to scoop it up. He made us worry there for a second, I'm not going to lie, but we finally get our first touchdown of the season, and it goes to an offensive lineman. That's absolutely crazy. So we will take a 10-6 lead as our defense does come back out onto the field, and oh, we had the back end. Thought we were going to be able to get him in the backfield, but you know what your boy is. Your boy is a bot. I can't even blame that on him. That was on the user control right there. Yeah, this run defense is a little bit concerning, to be honest with you guys. Giving up a lot of big plays against FCS Midwest. Definitely a adjustment that we're going to have to make. First time running the 4-2-5. I mean, the potential can be there, but it's going to be possibly some growing pains here in this first part of the season, man. As FCS, they continue to pound that football. They're giving us matchup problems as they try to throw for it on second down, but we do knock the ball away there, and we will force a 3rd and short. They've been doing pretty good with 3rd down stops, 1 for 5 so far for FCS, but they will get their second 3rd down conversion and a little bit more, as Kevin Williams will get this FCS squad in field goal range. And with 3 minutes left to play, FCS, they are looking to tie it. Early Austin trying to tackle him, and sort of does, kind of helps with the dog pile there, but John Jones does go ahead and pick up yet another first down, leading to a 3rd and long coming up. Jones dropping back, looking towards the end zone. It gets intercepted. We have been bending all day long, but when we get in this red zone, at least the red zone defense is showing up. So we prevent any points from being scored, and now with 1:49 left to play, we have a chance to tack on some points ourselves. As Gray, he's going to drop back. He's going to actually scramble out. He finds a man open late and gets it out to the true freshman, Wesley Johnson from Eugene, Oregon. That's the Oregon Ducks, neck of the woods. We got him out of there. And he makes his first career catch as a Michigan State Spartan, man. You love to see it. As we're going to try to get the drive downfield. Perry Robinson doesn't pick up the first down, so we do have to call one of our timeouts. As we'll try to throw again on 2nd and inches. That's just what the situation calls for. Corey Ross gets himself out of bounds. It preserves our timeouts without having to go into a no-huddle offense. Throwing again on 1st and 10. This time, looking to the opposite side, we find the senior, Mike Anderson, who comes down and makes a solid grab as well. 2 catches for 24 yards in this one. As again, 1st and 10 coming up. Gray looking over the middle of the field. He wants it all. He's going to take a shot, but just saw him late. The window was there, but just saw it too late, though. And Andrew Gray is going to throw his 2nd interception of the game. Just the turnovers, man. We cannot have these turnovers, especially when we play up against better opponents, because what we're doing right now, this will not fly in Great Mid-Eastern Conference play. It just can't. As now our defense comes out on the field, we're going to have to try to go ahead and try to hold it down, as Stephen Maxwell will make a short catch, and they will call timeout as well. As now, 2nd and 5 coming up here. Jones under shotgun. We're going to try to send the blitz. It's a screen. Going to try to break it up. It's going to be incomplete as John Jones was trying to throw that pass away, but it gets batted in the air. And now, 3rd and 5. Going to send some heat to the quarterback as Jones faces some pressure, and Early Austin gets the interception. Hang on now. It's just Lyman in front of him, and he is simply too fast. Touchdown, Spartans, as the freshman redshirt is going to get his first career interception. And not only does he get his first career interception, but he also is going to go ahead and take it to the crib as well. And so we go into halftime. Not how we wanted to play, but we still have a decent little lead. We are going to be up 17-6. Second half coming pretty soon. So we jump into the second half of action, and we start with the football since, FC, we did kick off to him to start the first half. So offense is out on the field, and look at this. Aaron Ford wide but naked open, and we just drop it in the bucket for him. Aaron Ford's been having a really nice game so far. I love how he's played so far. So he gets a well-deserved break as we hit him with a 5-wide set. Leslie Johnson, another freshman. He makes some good work. His 2nd catch going for a good chunk of yardage that does get us in the red zone. Let's see if we can finish in here this time. As Gray takes it on the read option, trying to cut it inside, and oh, we got stuck on that block. If we were able to get outside of that block, first of all, that would have at least been a first down. Might have been able to find the end zone there. But instead, a 3rd down for us here. We do just need 1 singular inch. We'll see if we can get it. And sure enough, it's going to be enough. Mike Anderson finds the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And we will extend our lead, now making it 24-6. Thanks to the touchdown by our senior wide receiver. As now we can maybe put some more pressure on FCS to get him out of this running game a little bit, because we have built a more significant lead. As we'll see if that will work in our favor. 3rd and long. Should be a passing situation. Jones looking over to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Wilcox. It's not a first down, but there is a flag on the field. Thankfully, it does go up against the offense. Obviously, we're going to decline that penalty 10 times out of 10. And we'll get him off the field, man. We will get him off the field yet again. And our offense comes back out here. But deep in our own territory, though. So, this punter, they did a really great job of pinning us extremely deep here. We got a lot of work to do before we even start thinking about getting some points on the board. As we'll get another opportunity for Leslie Johnson to make something happen. And a decent carry for him. That's going to go for a gain of 6. So a first down for us here, as that helps us get out of the black zone, as I like to call it. As now Gray looks over to right hand side again. Wesley Johnson coming through and getting open. We wanted to get more wide receivers in here to, help us out in the passing game. And so far, that has really helped us out. I know it's just FCS Midwest. It could not look like this when we go ahead and play, in the, of these other teams that are, actually at the FBS level, right? But things are looking good, man. And Andrew Gray gets a great run, too. Shoot, 34-yard run. You'll love to see it, and you love to see this run getting us inside the 5-yard line. Nelson 6, I haven't really said his name. He honestly has been shut down by this defense, but that was a good run there, though, and sets us up with a pretty good 3rd and goal. Gray gonna send somebody in motion real quick, and we fire one right in the middle of the end zone. It's Aaron Ford who rifles it in there. Touchdown, Spartans. And that will help increase this lead. Now make it 31-6. And things are looking great for us here. As now, FCS is going to be forced to pass this football a little bit more often than what they're, anticipating to do. This is not the strength of their offense, but they do get a nice play there as they move the ball downfield. A couple plays later, though, Jones firing over the middle of the field again. This tailback Patrick Green makes the reception, but yet another 3rd down. We've been stopping them on these 3rd down conversions so far. 2 for 9, as now Jones looking, tries to throw it across his body and does complete it to Daniel Spencer, but that's also nowhere close to the marker. And now our offense trots back out. Got 2 consecutive touchdowns on the last couple of drives. We'll see if we can make it a hat trick, go 3 for 3 on our previous 3 drives, as Nelson 6 almost picks up the 1st down for us there. We'll see if we go back to him again. Instead, it's a 5-wide set, nobody in the backfield, as Gray facing some blitz. He fires over the middle, though, and finds Marcus Wiggins, who had a very limited role in our offense last year. I expect him to step up heavily here to be a more of a regular presence in this offense, as we'll need some of those guys that did not start for us last year. We're going to need them to really step up this year if we want to see our offense really be successful, to be honest, as Andrew Gray will take the speed option to the right hand side, picks up a good chunk of yardage, as we got a 2nd and 4 coming up, getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter, as Nelson 6 there. He really showed a very good burst there, as we now have over 100 yards rushing on the game. But we jump into this 4th quarter now. If we can get a touchdown here, I'm going to go ahead and pull the backups in. But, wide receiver screen, that gets forwarded. Now, I'm also surprised that wasn't intercepted as well. But 3rd and 8, going to try to make things shake here on the trips to the right, as Gray, he drops back. He's going to look towards the end of the end zone, and look at this. Mike Anderson makes an incredible grab. We are dominating FCS, and I think at this point, I feel pretty good about our chances of winning. So I'll catch you guys at the very end of this game. Now, Andrew Gray did some really concerning things for me there in the first half, but in the second half, he got himself together. He ends up with a solid game here, where he ends up with a 24 for 31 performance, 382 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions to go with it. We did also manage to go ahead and get some of our backups in the game in the 4th quarter, get them a little bit more playing experiences. They're the future of our program. Now, as for the running game, and something that I am kind of concerned about going forward, is how we're going to be able to run the football. Andrew Gray did end up with 50 yards on the day, but Nelson Sick only had 46 yards. Lance Novak in the 4th quarter, he ends up with 36 total yards in this one. So I'm a little concerned with how we're going to be able to run the football, especially if Andrew Gray is shut down in the passing game. But speaking of that passing game, though, I was really excited to see how Aaron Ford really stepped up for us today. He had a career day as the senior from Rogers, Arkansas. Ends up with 9 catches for 161 yards and a touchdown to go with it as well. Mike Anderson was more of the red zone threat for us though. He actually had multiple touchdown grabs, 5 catches, and 56 yards in this game against our FCS counterparts. Now, I know that we went up against an FCS squad, but for our first game going up against, not playing live action in a new defensive scheme, I thought we handled it pretty well. Randy Bell led the team in tackles today, 9 total tackles, which typically you don't want to see a DB being your lead tackler, but for the most part, he was like a slot corner, like box safety kind of role. Early Austin, though, he was redshirted last year, and I was really impressed with him. As the freshman from Auburn Hills, Michigan, he ends up with an interception for 28 yards, and actually took that to the crib as well, so it's really nice to see Early Austin get up on the field in this one. So really love Early Austin's performance. Speaking of the turnovers, we did get another turnover from junior redshirt Akeem Williams, who didn't play much last year but is going to have a bigger role this season. He ends up with an interception as well that he ends up turning into a touchback. And then finally, we did end up getting to his quarterback multiple times as well. Bo Marshall, Kevin Williams, PJ Fananon, Early Austin, and Nathan Nelson all managed to get to the quarterback, culminating in 5 total sacks. So while our season debut was going extremely well for us, the same cannot be said for head coach Justin Jones, as he opens up his second season as the head coach of Mississippi State, and things not going according to plan as they went on the road to take on a top 10 LSU team. And LSU does end up winning by a score of 46-24. They were winning in the first quarter, but the talent on the depth chart at the end of the day leaned towards LSU's way, and that's why LSU was able to win their home opener here in year number 5. But next episode, we will actually go up against one of our very own custom coaches as we go on the road for the very first time here in season number 5. And we will go ahead and take on Mid-Tennessee State, who is opening up their game as well. We're pretty similar in stature, so it's going to be really interesting to say the least how this game is going to go down. I'm personally excited for it, and I hope you guys are, as we are going up against a channel member. So if you're excited for next episode, man, do me a favor and smack that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.